Alright, so our thaumaturge is level 27. We spent the whole last session doing nothing but crafting and gathering for 3 hours. But we got to the point where we can do our second dungeon today. That's what we're going to start off with, is getting to that. So let's see what the queue's like this morning here. We just had an update to the game as well. Very small download anyways, so that wasn't too bad. Alright, so you recall last time we were in Limsa Lominsa, we picked up a quest, Beauty is Only Scalp Deep, which we're just going to knock out as we hit each of the towns. So we're currently in Gridania. I'm going to go ahead and move that along before we head on down to the Tamtara Deepcroft to begin our second dungeon here. Let's see, quest markers taking us to Beaton, who we met when we started our crafting journey as a carpenter. All our gatherers, well, the ones in Limsa anyways, are up to level 15 or so now. And we'll do the same with the ones here in Gridania when we finish this dungeon. Let's see, Beaton. A message from Jandalain, you say? So he's lost another one. Does the man not understand that wood doesn't simply grow on... actually it does, at least in a manner of speaking, but the fact remains that resources are in short supply. For all his flowery words, if his tools were truly an extension of his very being, one would think he'd find a way to hold on to them for more than a fortnight or two. Jandalain's skills are not to be doubted, but his temperament leaves much to be desired. Still, it is not my place to judge. Take this to him, and let us both hope that he will right his ways. Thank you. All right. Got it. So now that one's ready for when we get to Ul'dah. And if you have trouble hearing anything, either in game or my speaking, by all means, drop a note in the chat. I'll be happy to adjust the levels there. Yeah, get our Chocobo Porter enabled, because I think, you know, we can just use that to ride down to, yeah, Bent Branch Meadows for about a minute. We'll spend 5 gil to do that, I guess. Could play some music while we're riding. Yeah. Some riding music, maybe. That's not too bad, I guess. No, I should jump off here. There we go. Alright, yeah, we need to grab this etherite too before we get too much on the way anyways. And there's another blue plus sign quest here. where the heart is. Okay, this would get us access to the housing district for the Gridania area. Correct me if I'm wrong, but are you not an adventurer? I've seen you running to and fro, face set in grim determination, as adventurers are wont to do, hence my presumption. If so, I've information which might interest you. Rumor has it that plots within the lavender beds are to be auctioned off. What's more, bidders need not even be Gridanian. Any old adventurer or wandering minstrel could, with sufficient funds, purchase land and build their own home. Considering how discerning the elementals tend to be about who can and cannot reside within the Twelves Wood, it's rather surprising, if not hard to believe. But if there is truth to these rumors, well, who hasn't dreamed of owning their own forest cottage, perhaps with a small vegetable garden and a stable large enough for a chocobo or two? You know, should your travels take you to the Mirror Planks, where the ferry to the lavender beds is, perhaps you'll find a Twin Adder representative who can tell you more. I would be shocked if they weren't involved in such a monumental change in policy. Alright, so maybe we can do that after a while. Just to unlock that for this character. Now we still got to head down to the Tamtera Deepcroft here. Yeah, we are so over-leveled for this area. For this part of the story, too. We're like a little over 10 levels higher. That's because of this Road to 80 buff that's on this particular server. So we're getting massive experience boost here. Let's see. Yeah, those magic bones won't even aggro me now. Alright, let's see. You're an adventurer, I take it? Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bowlord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deepcroft and purge it of the Lambs of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the Calamity put an end to the 6th Astral Era. The cultists took the lesser moon Dalamud for their god, believing that it would deliver them from the devastation. And so they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their fanaticism. The Lambs of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say, everyone but them, interfered with the coming of their Lord and Savior, and that it's now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deepcroft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gridania and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness. Okay, I think I can manage that. Let's see, make sure this, got a mic here, okay. That should be decent. Alright, let's see, let's get into this. And we'll just use duty support for this. No sense in waiting for queues when we don't have to here. And what have we got? We've got a Marauder, a Conjurer, and another Thaumaturge. Okay. Let's get in here and do this bad boy. right, duty commenced. And let's see, of course they won't take any initiative here, so let's just get things moving along here. That's already mapped out. I don't care about that. Here we come. First one for this. All right. Anything decent here? No, it's a lot of... And let's see. Let's interact. What are you doing up there, buddy? Get off that table. That direction's mapped out already, so let's go on down here. If you got comments as we're playing along, by all means drop them down in the chat. I'll be happy to check on them when I get a chance. Race. And our second big encounter here. They resist this. No, they'll take sleep. That's cool. Let's just nuke them. another level. Oh, already got some gauntlets there. And you're on that table again. Alright. Oh, I need these for my log, it looks like. Alright, whatever. Yeah, I picked up my adventuring log. But I've not really been pursuing it since it's just for experience so far. Don't really need that. If we need it to unlock something else in the future, we'll do that. That hunting log completed there. That's mapped out there. like we gotta find something to open that up. Several nasties down here. Well, that's some good news there. The ethereal field protecting the cultist rosary has weakened. And we got the cultist rosary. Let's see, we've mapped everything we need. We're going to the boss battle now. Have to take out more of these. Yes, I will use it. See my little marauder over there. He's just eager to get up on that table, isn't he? Just hurry, hurry, kill him so I can get up on this table. Let's get our treasure up. An acolyte's robe. I already possess one. Nope. Nothing that I can equip here. There you go. I knew you wanted on that table. Here we go, map the realm. taking these out. Go. All right, good job, little guys. Let's see what they give us here. Anything new? Already got a plundered king. We must have got some of that stuff from the first dungeon, maybe. Alright, now we got to go back and speak with Mune. But first, let's see, why don't we go do the... where the heart is. Go ahead and unlock lavender beds for this character here. Looks like it's over to the east. Good morrow to you, miss. What can I... Ah, you wish to know about the auctions. Very well. Allow me to explain. There is a growing concern that our immigration policies may have been a tad restrictive in the past. And so the Seedseer Council and the Order of the Twin Adder have, with the blessing of the elementals, decreed that the lavender beds be set aside for adventurers. Adventurers who possess the necessary funds to purchase and maintain their estates, that is. Should you look upon the beds with your own eyes, though, I think you'll agree that it's well worth the price. Have a word with the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry you across. A recruit stationed at the pier can tell you more about the beds once you've arrived. All right, let's talk to the skipper. Just go wherever. There they are. Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the lavender beds. Oh, you come at the behest of a Gridanian woman. I regret to inform you that these plots are reserved for adventurers. Your friend will not be permitted to take part in the auctions. You, on the other hand, would be more than welcome to participate. Should you have a mind to purchase a plot for yourself, pray speak with the resident caretaker. He can guide you through the process. Alright. Alright, so let's go deliver the bad news to Margaria. Yeah, let's go back. We will leave. Good to see you again, friend. Did you learn anything about the lavender beds? Oh, adventurers only? Is that so? Well, these are trying times, and it's more important than ever for Gridania to attract capable individuals like yourself. I'm sure that one day my dreams will come to fruition. One day I'll have my own cottage and stables filled with my beloved chocobos. Alright, finish that off. So now we can teleport to the residential district, should we so desire, from within Gridania. Alright, well let's go back to Miyun here. Up quite a bit, didn't I? From 27 to 30. Seriously? Wow. So we can unlock this, broadening horizons. Ah, is it not? I've been following your exploits with great interest. You have served Uldal well, but I believe your greatest accomplishments are yet to come. It is with such lofty expectations that I would grant you passage beyond Gridania's own White Wolf Gate. Take this pass and show it to Franchimontio. Boy, I have no idea. Never learned that. The gatekeeper. Gird yourself well for the battles to come, and I am sure that news of your deeds will reach me again before long. Yeah, we'll want to unlock that so that we have access out of that gate when we want. Only those who possess a gate pass may travel through the White Wolf Gate. It is for your own good. The fearsome beasts that lurk beyond would tear an unprepared adventurer limb from limb. Well, look what I have. I happen to have one. You have papers. Let us see now. Yes, everything appears to be in order. Go in safety, Anne. In the future, should you wish to pass, you need only say the word. And let's see. Any earrings we really want here? Oh, we've got our Menfina's earring. We're not going to need one for quite a while. All right. Now back over to Miyun. Welcome back, Anne. I'm reliably informed that your foray into the Deepcroft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. Baderon's ringing endorsement left me in little doubt as to your capabilities. Even so, you are to be commended. Bowlord Boward Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the Guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves, with predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point, Avere's gone and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. He shouldn't have been so hard-pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. Bah! To the hells with this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and it'd be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by way of some parting advice, get rid of Avere's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hells you like with it, but for God's sakes, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, all right? Well, that does sound kind of creepy. Wait, don't leave me alone, please. I'm so sorry, Avere. Please forgive me. Scenes like this have become all too common. That makes a dozen times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventurers of your experience. I can send women like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Ul'dah. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word, and I will be glad to share the details with you. Okay. And we're still down at level 16 quest. Call of the Desert. So, you're not averse to taking a little trip? Wonderful! As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Ul'dah. Once you arrive, seek out Momodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand. Think of her as the Sultanate's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now, off you go, Anne, and good luck! Alright, but before we go to Ul'dah, we'll go ahead and catch up our crafters and gatherers here. The Carpenters Guild is just around the corner. Let's see, Carpenter at level 7, so we'll get them up to about 15. To be the wood. It is plain from your bearing that you and your saw have begun to move as one, as true partners. Good, you are ready for the second test. You must be the wood. Before, you brought me maple lumber to demonstrate your knowledge of wood. This time you will demonstrate your ability to create with it. I bid you craft me 3 maple shields. For this you will require maple lumber and bronze rivets. As you would expect, our guild supplier, Feriol, has no shortage of that which you require. Should you desire a more economical solution, however, you might consider a more traditional method of acquisition. Many materials essential to our craft are harvested by our steadfast allies, the botanists of the Great Lone Growery. Were you to befriend one of their number, you might be able to come to a mutually beneficial agreement. Or, if you would rather not be beholden to another, you could even try your hand at a botany. Now go and do not disappoint me. Did I say at a botany? Yeah, try my hand at botany. Alright, we got to make 3 square maple shields. We've got one that we got from a quest a while back, but let's just make 3 anyways for the experience. Now, for maple shields, we need maple lumber and bronze rivets. So let's see, 3 maple lumbers. 3 maple lumbers and 6 bronze rivets. And we've got just enough to make those 3. And we've also unlocked quick synthesis from another crafter when we leveled blacksmith, I believe it was. So let's go ahead and synthesize that. See, can we make 6 rivets if we've got everything we need for that? We need to make 6 ingots. Yeah, we can manage that. We are streaming on multiple platforms today. We're here on Twitch as well as Facebook and YouTube. Also streaming to Trovo and DLive. We tried Africa TV, but apparently that connection doesn't like to stay, so we may be ditching that one. It's not live right now, it looks like. Alright, and then we need the rivets. Quick synth those. Oh, we got some new gear we can put on there. Alright, square maple shields. Let's see here. Let's make 1 to start. Recommends craftsmanship 50. We don't have craftsmanship 50. It might be risky to try to quick synth that. We'll just do this the long way. Yep, we already have them for you. Are you surprised, Beaton? Alright, get ready to do your hand thing. Yep. You are no workaday carpenter. That much is plain. Oops, sorry about that. Well done, child. Your shields are most satisfactory. The pattern of the grain, the lingering scent of maple, your choice of materials is excellent, and the construction above criticism. Few carpenters can claim such skill. The Elzen once favored shields of wood. Do you know this? Today it is not so. They, like your adventurer brethren, are wont to choose the surety of the armorer's metal. But a shield of wood provides ample protection for a lower price. It is readily made and readily replaced if broken. And while not quite so sturdy, it may yet serve to spare a man his doom just as readily as any shield of metal. To imbue shield and spear with your strength, to pour your life into the wood that others might preserve their own, this is what it means to be the wood. Such responsibility is not to be taken lightly, child. You have passed the second test, and in so doing have earned this amateur's claw hammer. Though a saw will suffice for many tasks, a carpenter who wields blade and hammer both can perform his trade with greater ease. If you wish to improve as a carpenter, it is essential that you learn to use the two tools in combination. Continue to refine your skills and return to me when you are ready to take the next step. All right. And the standard blurb there from all the jobs about how it can help your quality. And let's see, we got every piece of gear for this tier. Yeah. So we'll just take the money. We're level 9. We got to get to level 10. And we got hasty touch and rapid synthesis. Alright, well let's see if we can make anything useful to bump us to 10 here. We will be able to make nothing there. Some level 10 stuff. Let's see, level 5 we could make an amateur's grinding wheel, which we would use for a very short time when we get over to goldsmith, or a spinning wheel for a very short time on weaver. Let's see, I wonder if we could make something a little higher level here. That might be good. We need some ash lumber. We need ash logs, which we could gather. Let's just grab some here. Yep, they got them. Let's see if we can high quality that. Looks good. Whoops, I spoke too soon. Alright, well we don't have enough be able to do that. We'll just have to fail that. Well, bummer. I thought for... Oh, you know what I forgot? Forgot to equip my gear, that's why. Alrighty. I thought I should have been able to do that. Alright, let's give it another go. That was crazy. That's more like it. And that got us to 10. Alright, well, let's just go ahead and get this. Maybe we'll need that piece of lumber. Supplies for the sick. I see by the wearing of your saw blade that you have not neglected your carpentry since last we spoke. Like, what, 5 minutes ago? Very good. You will soon be ready for your third and final test. In the meantime, the guild has need of your services. You are familiar with ash wood? Why, yes, I happen to be now. But of course you are. I bid you craft me ash lumber. A simple task, you say? Then you shan't have trouble crafting me 12 lengths. Oh, okay. This is no jest. We used our last few mere moments ago. So you see, this assignment is motivated purely by practical concerns. I would ordinarily handle such a trifling task myself, of course, but I'm feeling unwell, and I do believe you would benefit more from the practice. Now go, and do not disappoint me. Well, we've got one already. So we need 3 logs per, so if we're going to make 11 more, that's 33. It'd probably make more sense to go level botanist and in the process get those logs. Wouldn't have to pay for them here. Alright, so let's make the ash lumber. Craftsmanship 59. Yep, got plenty of that now. Oh, did we get access to more? Yep, sure did. So now we can craft those. There we go. Here we go. All right. In that sense. So what we created 5 high quality. So we gotta lower those down, it looks like. Lower quality. Yes. And we'll have to stack them too here. Have you brought the ash lumber? Why, yes. Yes, I have. Such a prodigious quantity. Thank you, child. You have done your guild a great service. Ash lumber is renowned for its unparalleled flexibility. This quality makes it ideal for use in bows and myriad other weapons. By the same token, ash lumber is easily worked and thus ideal for learning the basics of our craft. Such a versatile material is understandably popular, and so we always have need of more. It may also interest you to know that ash possesses certain medicinal properties. Tea brewed from its bark eases various complaints. Complaints such as that with which I am presently afflicted. Suffice to say, I am pleased to see that your lumber is dusted with a sufficiency of bark fragments. But let us return to the subject of carpentry. You have proven yourself more than capable of working without my guidance. If you wish to market your crafts to others, speak with Gontron in the Carline Canopy. He has an abundance of guild leaves waiting to be fulfilled. Continue to refine your skills and return to me when you are ready to take the next step. Alright, we have gear for this tier already. using that much, I think. I'll just leave it there for now. Did we leave it there for blacksmith and all? Yeah. And we got tricks of the trade, which we want to put there. Alright, now we just need to get up to 15 here. And don't forget to equip our new stuff. And let's see here. Alright, excuse me just for a moment. Check some things here. Just checking out the stream. And wherever you are, if you feel like dropping a comment in the chat channel, I'll be happy to respond. If it's something you'd like me to respond to, that's fine. Otherwise, lurking's fine too. We certainly don't mind people lurking around. If you enjoy watching and enjoying the atmosphere, that's always a good thing too. Alright, so let's see what we make here. We could perhaps go ahead and make the goldsmith and weaver goods if we want. So let's see, let's get some more ash lumber. That one, see where that brings us. Ingot and a ragstone. Let's see, is he going to sell us any ragstone? Oh yeah, he's got it right up there at the top. And so, let's see, bronze ingot from Mr. Blacksmith for armor would be good. For them to use later anyways. Alright, let's see. Basic synthesis will get us to 19. There we go. Just need one more from that. Excellent. There we go. Easy peasy. Let's put that in our armory chest so we don't forget about it. And let's see, ash spinning wheel. Well, just making the ash lumber high quality would knock that out. Let's try this another way. Yep, it made a high quality one anyways here. And then we need 2 bronze rivets. copper, it looks like. Or, yeah, some more copper ore soon. Alright, a couple of... There's a prawn rivets. And here's our spirit pond with those. Okay. Now, to make this ash spinning wheel, wow, made both of those high quality. Well, great. That's nice. Alright, let's push it up here close enough for one. Yep, we're within one now. And we've got good condition. That'll help with boosting the quality there. And then finish it off, and that'll get us to 15. Along with a useful piece of gear for a weaver after a while. And then there's waste knot and veneration. There we go. Get them off our hot bar here. Alright, and don't forget, put that back in the armory chest, and we have some new gear we can use. I forgot to put those on. See, that's good for a botanist and for gathering and crafting, that's why. And then I think culinarian. There we go. Alright. Well met, Anne. Your training as a carpenter is almost complete. Indeed, I had a splendid final test prepared for you. Alas, the plight of one of our guild's newer members demands my attention. The boy's name is Mera Pamera, and he is an adventurer like you, though one of rather less promise. Something troubles the lad, yet he is loath to speak of personal matters with me, though I am the very soul of understanding, as you know. Mayhap you would fare better. I sense that he may be more inclined to speak with a fellow adventurer. Now go, Anne, and do not disappoint me. Alright, let's go speak with Mera Pamera. What are you talking about, buddy? God strike me down for a fool. I'll never be able to finish in time. Please, you must help me. You can make ash short bows and feathered harpoons, can't you? You see, I went and forgot that I had agreed to craft 2 weapons for the Archers and Lancers guilds for delivery no later than, well, today. But today I am also obligated to complete an order of 100 lengths of oak lumber. The point being that I can't possibly do both, and Timbermaster Beaton is a veritable terror when his wrath is on him. If I dare neglect either duty, he surely will not spare me his saw. So, while I labor over this lumber, might you consent to craft the goods for the guilds? Thank you! Oh, and when you finish them, I'd appreciate it if you could deliver the weapons to the relevant guild masters. Godspeed! Alright, an ash short bow and a feathered harpoon. Alright, what do we got to do? There's the feathered harpoon. We need ash lumber, crow feather, soiled femur, and animal glue. There's crow feather. There's a soiled femur. If I had some bone chips, I could make that. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, grab a couple of those and see if our alchemist may not be high enough level yet. Let's see. Animal glue. There's fish glue. Animal glue. Oh, it's a basic one. Okay, good. So let's let alchemist. There we go. Put on our gear. And let's see. Animal glue. Not that we need it, but the experience is always nice. Alright, back to carpenter here. Alright, some ash lumber. Whoops. And for an ash short bow, we're also going to need some ash lumber plus an ash branch. So let's get 6 logs and a branch. Alright, let's see here. Let's try making it high quality. Get that extra experience. 1938. Yeah. And then we've got good condition to help us out there. Feathered harpoon. Same deal with that one. Take advantage of that good condition. Alright, now we're ready to finish this up after we get the quality bumped up there. So we got both goodies and we need to deliver them to the guilds. To the Lancer and Archers guilds. Nothing new at 16 there. But we should get a new tool once we complete this quest. Welcome, adventurer. To what do we owe the pleasure? I happen to have you a kick-ass bow here. Is this the ash short bow we ordered? Thank you for delivering it. One of our Mikote recruits has been struggling, lest you wonder. Talented though she is, the longbow we furnished her with does not suit a Mikote's shorter arms and slighter frame. But I dare say this short bow, with its lighter draw weight and more modest span, should help her reach her true potential. Indeed, short bows not unlike this were favored by her ancestors, and some things never change. It is clear to me that a great deal of care went into this short bow's construction. I will see that our recruit spares no effort in making the most of this boon. Alright, that delivery completed. And if you started out as an archer, you could probably guess which guild member she was referring to, perhaps. We can assume anyways. And this is a non-skipped story progression. We're just taking it easy, going through everything, seeing where the wind blows. Well met, adventurer. You do not seem to be here for training. You're right. I've got this awesome lance for you. Ah, the feathered harpoon. My thanks for the delivery. Had we not received it in time, I was considering using a fisherman's harpoon instead. You seem surprised. I take it you are not aware that the harpoons we use in battle were born of the humble fisherman's tool? Aye, when Huron fishers migrated inland from the coasts, they adapted the tools of their trade for use in the hunting of game. The resulting harpoon proved a fearsome weapon indeed, and so the lancers of old took it for their own. Hard to believe, is it not? I must say, this harpoon is a particularly impressive piece of craftsmanship. My compliments to the carpenter. Why, my pleasure. Thank you, thank you. All right, now, go ahead and bow to him. Thank you for that. All right, so now we can go report to Master Beaton. How kind of you to assist Mara Pamera with the orders. The guildmaster spoke highly of your craftsmanship as well. This is very good. Do not attempt to mislead me. I know full well it was your work. Needless to say, it was necessary to punish the Lalafell. Ah, I seem to spend more time sawing apprentices than wood of late. I jest, of course. A saw is wasted on an apprentice. The stink of blood lingers, making it hard to focus on work. This I know. Well, that's kind of scary. I will admit I was not ignorant of Mara Pamera's situation. In fact, I recognized an opportunity to test your character. You aided your fellow carpenter with no prospect of reward, delivering finely crafted goods when merely serviceable ones would have sufficed, and you claimed no credit. I am proud of you, Anne. There is no doubt in my mind that your talents will serve the nation of Gridania well and save many lives, just as they will bring about many deaths. This is the responsibility of all who make weapons. But a choice between the deaths of our people and the deaths of our enemies is no choice at all. You have passed the third and final test. Congratulations, Anne. By your actions, you have demonstrated your understanding of what it means to know the wood, be the wood, and to love the wood. You possess the knowledge, skill, and compassion necessary to master carpentry. By overcoming these trials, you have proven that you are no longer a novice. The sapling is well on its way to becoming a tree. You are now a true carpenter of the oak atrium. All right. Know, though, that however refined your skills may be, there will always be more to learn. Represent us well on your travels, Anne, and return to us often. You shall always be welcome. All right. We got gear. Yep, everything that's available there. Level 18, and new skill. Make sure we equip the new gear. There we go. Okay, so carpenter's done for now. Let's go be leather worker. Yeah, only level 4. I have to work a bit on that one, but it levels fast. So let's see, we could just make something to get us bumped here. Level 1 gear. Some leather shoes. Some pants. Yeah, we just need to make a piece of leather and it's gonna level us up probably. And now we've got basic touch. Equip our new gear, and let's see what Giva or Jiva, I like to say Jiva, I think. Maybe it's Geva, who knows. A test of technique. Getting used to that knife I gave you? God's knows it doesn't happen very often, but you've chanced to find me unoccupied. How about you show me what you've learned? Let's see you make 3 leather chokers. After all, there's more to our craft than simply tanning hides, and chokers are just about the simplest things one can make. You'll need circles of leather and animal sinew to accomplish this task. Osgoth can provide the sinew, and I'm sure you recall the method for making leather. I hope your technique has improved since last time. Now, while we have an ample stock of skins, there are other means of procuring your materials. Hunting for your own pelts, for instance. I know what I said about that before, but that was about assuming it was necessary. Choosing to do so is another matter. Indeed, it may teach you to appreciate the source of your livelihood. Not all leather workers are wont to choose this method, but you are an adventurer, are you not? Yep, it's my name. When you've finished your work, bring your chokers here for inspection. Alright, so we're going to make 3 leather chokers. There they are. So we'll need 3 leathers and 3 animal sinews. We've got 1 of each currently. There we go. Let's get 2 more of those. Yeah, we can quick sense the 2 that we need. Yeah, as I recall, that craftsmanship may be a bit high. Yep. We don't want to risk quick scenting those after we've made our first one, so let's just do all of them the long way here. Wow, jumped all the way to 7 from 5 here. Let's see, did we get some new gear we can put on? No. Alright. Yeah, because if that could have gotten us to 50 craftsmanship, then we could just quick scent those last couple. Alright, 3 leather chokers coming right up, Jiva. Yep, I've finished my work. I suppose there is no denying that these are leather chokers. If truth be told, an Opo could have achieved similar results given skin, sinew, and time. Makes me want to slap her. Oh, but I don't mean to make light of your efforts. You fulfilled the order precisely as requested. A job well done. Now then, I will teach you something to supplement your learning. Through physical training, the body can be made strong and resistant to injury. Not so the throat, which ever remains a vulnerable point. Although a leather choker provides less protection than a metal gorget, its simple design makes it ideal for everyday applications. This simplicity also makes it an ideal choice for beginners practicing basic techniques and for guild masters assessing their progress. As you are, you would make a passable leather worker, one among the nameless multitudes who scrape a living out there. Whether you rise to become something more is contingent upon your efforts. Consider this amateur's all a reward for your efforts. You will find it an indispensable partner to the head knife as you continue your training. Now, I must return to my work. If you chance to find me unoccupied again, mayhap I will teach you something else. Till then, keep your nose to the grindstone. And tell us about adding quality. And we've already got the gear, so let's take the money. Alright, level 8. And let's see, yep, there's our all. Alright, to get to level 10 now, let's see what we might want to make here. We've got some gloves already. We can make the boots. Crafting, let's see, anything for gathering there. Here is some hard leather wrist guards. Let's make that for our gatherer, maybe. Hard leather. One hard leather and a beast sinew. An animal hide and a beast sinew for that. Alright, let's see if we can manage this here. Gotta make one hard leather. Difficulty 20. Get our skills fixed up here. Alright, so let's see, can we make us something for our gatherers here? Let's see, 45 difficulty. 15, alright, so exactly 3 steps needed for that one. Put that in our armory chest, and let's see, we've got fishers already up there, so let's flip those if possible. Yeah, oh, we got some new gear here too. Nice. Alright, Jiva, what do you got for us this time? How are your techniques coming along? If you honestly think you've improved, then I have a new task for you. But before that, let me ask, you are familiar with the Fen-Il brand, are you not? Sure. But of course, how silly of me. Even an adventurer hailing from distant lands should know the most famous brand of leather goods in Eorzea. Anyway, all goods sold under the distinguished Fen-Il name are crafted by none other than our leather workers. We've been asked to fill an especially large order on short notice, and so our stores of hard leather are nearly depleted. I was considering how best to handle this situation when you arrived. I'm sure you see where this is going. We need a dozen circles of hard leather, as fast as you can make them. Quickly now, go! So we need to make 12 hard leather. So let's get 12 animal hides here. Alright, and we made 2 high quality, so we're going to have to dump those down. Lower those, lower their quality. And we'll combine them since it only lets me deliver 1 stack at a time. Yep, I've made them, Jiva. Keep your pants on, I've done it. Well, well. These are better than I expected. It is more difficult to boil leather than to tan it, but the process results in a stronger, more durable product. Learn something new every day. These properties make hard leather the material of choice for those who prefer stouter armor. The fruits of your labor shall serve the guild well, as training materials for new initiates. You seem troubled. Surely you did not imagine that your leather would be used in the construction of Fen-Il goods. Oh gods, no! Only our elite leather workers, hand-picked by me, are permitted to make wares that bear the Fen-Il name. While we had enough hard leather to complete the Fen-Il commission, some of the materials used, despite being of excellent quality, were originally intended to be distributed as practice materials. As such, the initiate's supplies ran dangerously low. Come now, there is no call to be disheartened. Do you not see that in furnishing the beginners with supplies, you have proven that you are no longer a beginner? It's a good point. You have given them that which they could not make themselves. When you first arrived, I would never have entrusted you with such a task. Make no mistake, you are improving. Why, at this rate, my great-great-grandchildren may yet commission you to make a shoe sole, or even 2. Boy, oh boy, this this character. Speaking of commissions, I think you've proven yourself sufficiently skilled to handle orders without my supervision. Go and see Gontrant in the Carline Canopy if you're interested in taking on a few guild leaves. You would gain much needed experience and earn yourself some coin besides. But enough chatter. Come and see me again when you have further refined your technique. Oh, and if you make it during my lifetime, I dare say you'll find me in a more talkative mood. Alright, let's see. We've got the gear for that. tricks of the trade. And we got some new gear, I believe. Here we go. Alright, so let's see. Can we make something else here that might be of use? Could make some shoes for our gatherer. That might be something handy. Hard leather, beast sinew, and some rubber. We don't have the goodies to make our own rubber, but we should be able to buy one. So another animal hide, beast sinew, animal hide, beast sinew, and some rubber. See, that was 19 it was doing each. Yep. So one more step to complete that one. In excellent condition. That's nice. There we go. Some leather shoes for a level 11 gatherer. Put those in the armory chest and go ahead and slap them on my fisher here. And let's see what else here. Oh, did we get any new gear for leveling? Nope. Hard leather harness, jackboots. Leather choker for some extra GP. Not down here. Is there anything handy here? We made those already. Hard leather choker. Well, that should be doable. Another animal hide and beast sinew. We just need to get to 15 here. Let's see if the high quality does it. Alright, so we'll make that. And it's 19 per step. Take advantage of that good condition for sure. And then one more step. We'll finish it once we get the quality up there. There we go. We got waste not and veneration for this one. Alright, let's see here. Let's put that in our armory chest. So, a few more GP for our fisher. Some new gear for a leather worker. Alright, Jiva, we're ready for the next one. Working hills for leather. Ah, Anne, you couldn't have come at a better time. We urgently need someone to craft a pair of hard leather caligae and a hard leather choker. Do you think you could handle both? To explain the situation, I had entrusted the commission to another leather worker, but found the quality of his work so wholly unacceptable that I had no choice but to demand that he start again. Naturally, I gave the fellow a sound dressing down, reminding him that he had dishonored the name of Fen-Il and so on, only for him to run off bawling, leaving a trail of snot and tears in his wake. Needless to say, I was more than a little concerned. After all, there was a very real possibility that I was going to have to keep a customer waiting, but thanks to your timely arrival, everything will be put to rights. As I've already mentioned, I need you to craft the 2 articles in your overly sensitive colleague's stead. This will be your first task undertaken for Fen-Il fineries. This is an opportunity few leather workers receive. See that you don't squander it. What is it? Troubled by the crushing weight of expectation? Well, you may cast your fears aside. You've done yourself credit thus far, carrying out my instructions with nary a complaint and taking all my criticism on the chin. I know that you won't shame us. And even should the worst come to the worst, I know you'll have the good grace to go before the customer and apologize in person. But enough talk. You had best get started if you're to complete the order on time. Alright, so a pair of hard leather caligae and a hard leather choker, which we just made, of course, but we're going to make another one. So we're going to keep the high quality one we made. So animal hide and beast sinew for that. And let's go for the experience again here. Alright, another hard leather, beast sinew, and some bronze rivets. Alright, animal hide and beast sinew. And bronze rivets. Barely enough copper ore to make that one. Repair gear again here soon. And if you're just now joining us, we're doing the run through from level 1. Our thaumaturge is currently up around level 30. With this road to 80 buff that's been going on, and we're only at level 16 in the story, and right now we're getting our local crafters and gatherers leveled up to about level 15 to try to keep reasonable pace with the story. So let's see if we can high quality this one for the heck of it. Making some hard leather caligae here. And one more step for completing. There's excellent condition. Nice. Alright. go. Now we've got both items. Both are high quality. Of course, that won't make her happy, will it? Oops, sorry about that. The two pieces are ready, you say. That remains to be seen. Well, here, check them out yourself. The leather used is well made, and the articles look as they should. The construction is solid. Good. As you know, this type of leather is valued for its toughness and durability, yet these same qualities make it troublesome to work. An inexperienced leather worker often ruins the material with shoddy stitching and poor molding, resulting in a final product that is misshapen, brittle, and liable to fall apart. Your Caligae and choker, however, bear none of the hallmarks of amateurism. Your construction is solid, and your leather has retained its strength. You have grown considerably as a leather worker, Anne. Your latest creations attest to this. Yay! But you still have some way to go. The clasps aren't securely fastened, and the stitching needs to be tighter. In short, you must learn to pay more attention to the details. Okay. Good constructive criticism. These articles aren't quite fit to be placed into the customer's hands, but they can be salvaged. You have done your part well enough. I will see to the rest. In the meantime, I would have you attend to something else. It is an important duty and one that is all too often overlooked by artisans, namely, taking responsibility for falling short of expectations. In the guild's reception area, you will find an Uldan gentleman named Sosobadi, one of our regular customers. It is he who placed the order for the Caligae and choker. I would have you go to him and kneel in apology for the delay. Okay, I'll go kneel. Sosobadi, there you are. Alright, let's make sure we kneel here. Huh? What in the name of the 12 are you doing? Do get up. What's that? My order is delayed, you say. Is that all? And there I was thinking something terrible had happened. It's quite all right, truly. I came here precisely because the Leather Workers Guild has never compromised on quality. This trifling delay only confirms to me that the principle still endures. Anyway, it is very kind of you to bring me word. By the by, your face isn't familiar to me. Are you new to the guild? So, Jiva herself is applying the finishing touches to your handiwork even as we speak. Well, I dare say the guild master sees promise in you. Why else would she consider your work worthy of her personal attention? She is famous for having cut up far more experienced leather workers' efforts for scraps, and that before their very eyes. As for encouraging you to come and apologize, some may think that Jiva goes too far, but it is simply her way of educating her own on the finer points of business. As a native of Ulda, I may say with some confidence that it is an education worth enduring. Well, it has been a pleasure to meet a rising star of the Leather Workers Guild, and that is no hollow flattery I speak. Your name is an adventurer, yes? I shall observe your career here with great interest. In fact, the next time I place an order at Fen-Il Fineries, I shall make a point of insisting that you are given the job. All right. And we've got the gear, take the money, and that's Leather Worker. Yep, got our new gear. Why he had the all on him, I have no idea, but that's okay. And we got a new skill there. Alright, so next in this area we've just got a gatherer, which is our botanist. So let's go. See, there's nothing new. Oh, leather culottes. Alright, well let's go over to the Botanist Guild. Yep, we're level 5, so we can do that. Today happens to be a release date for some new content in the game, so I imagine folks who are used to playing the game are watching others take on that new content for the first time here. That servers just opened up just several hours ago, so it's fairly new, brand new. Not much interest in this low-level stuff today, I think. Sap for Smiles, level 5. Hello again, Anne. I'm told you've been putting your hatchet to good use. Well done. Yet, as I mentioned before, hacking away at trees does not make you a botanist. You must also strive to deepen your understanding of nature. I say this in the knowledge that you have done just that. Whether you realize it or not, you have the air of a woman who is at ease with the world around her. I do believe you are ready for your next task. I would like you to go to Tree Speak and there harvest 10 pots worth of maple sap. Once you have enough, pray deliver the sap to Cicely. She will be pleased to receive it. Off you go now, Anne. Alright, maple sap over in Tree Speak. Go out a ways from the exit. There's the North Shroud. Yep. And it's not going to be these trees, is it? Maple sap. There we go. We might as well grab any of the new stuff here. Gives us some experience for discovering it. Yeah. We'll bump this up a bit. Oh, we got sneak now. Alright, so let's get our sap. Put sneak over there. And just 4 more needed here. Looks like it's attack of the little ladybugs. Yeah. Those ferocious ladybugs. Ooh. Guard has to watch out for that. Sicily, I have some sap for you. On a quest for maple sap? Then your best bet is to search in the vicinity of Treespeak. I happen to be waiting for a delivery of sap myself. Might you be the botanist tasked with supplying it? Why, yes. Yes, I am. Ah, the maple sap I requested. Then you must be the new botanist Fufucha has been fussing over. Ah, but where are my manners? Thank you. Fufucha or Fufucha? I don't know. Why do I need so much of the stuff? Well, allow me to explain. It's the very least I can do, after all you've done. Boiling maple sap causes it to thicken into a sweet syrup called, you've guessed it, maple syrup. From maple syrup we can make maple sugar, an ingredient used in various recipes, particularly confectionery, from cakes and tarts to toffees and chocolates. In short, all the things that children love. You've probably guessed it by now, but the maple sap you harvested will be used to make sweets for the children, those poor souls who were orphaned by the calamity. They may put on a brave face, but their eyes reveal the depths of their sorrow. There's precious little joy left in their lives. But Gridania won't abandon them. No matter your walk of life, there is always something you can do to help. Though it may only last a fleeting moment, a single smile of theirs is worth all the effort. My apologies. I got carried away. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. In addition to maple sap, we botanists gather various other kinds of foodstuffs. As such, we work quite closely with culinarians, those disciples of the hand who excel at cooking. We're also on good terms with woodworkers and weavers, as both are reliant upon us to supply the lumber and fiber they need for their respective crafts. As botanists, it behooves us to learn what manner of materials are used in crafting, and there's no better way to do so than firsthand. If you have an interest, you might consider dabbling in one of the disciplines out there. I also urge you to make a habit of reviewing the gathering log. As your knowledge of botany grows, more of its contents will become comprehensible to you. Well, I'd best see to the maple sap. It was lovely talking to you. And let's see, we'll be able to detect higher and higher level. So you got those pants. Okay, we could use those gloves. Hatchet. And let's see. Can Fisher use those gloves? Oh no, made him those wrist guards. That's right. Alright, so we've got to get to level 10. Let's see if there's anything in our gathering log here which we might want to go grab. Oh yeah, we could go grab us some ash logs for our own use, perhaps. That would level us up pretty quickly here. And see, nothing on this side. Oh, that's minor. I can't do anything there anyways. Alright, so yeah, we gotta grab these. Weapons of a feather. You know what? I wonder if it's these feathers here. Feathers to gather here. Alright, so we'll gather a bunch of these feathers and maybe some ash logs. I don't know, we don't need them really. Or crow feathers. Oh, that must be it. Yeah, level 10. Alright, so anyways, let's head out there. Use one of my tickets, run out there. Level up here after striking a few. Some ferocious chiggos. A lot of the animals in this game are just angry. Just downright angry, aren't they? Alright. Oh, I went to the wrong place to gather those. Oh no, that's crow's feathers. Right. Well, let's see if we can get these. New skill, Field Master 3. Stick that there. Sure how many they would want us to collect. I think I'll gather about 20 of these crow feathers and grab some ash logs to get us close to 15. There we go, 20 of those, and oh, and we can at least get a sample of each of the others. Turn off quick gathering, and that'll give us some good experience. Grab these. There we go. Get some ash logs to get us up close to 15 here. Alright. We're hitting Gatherer's Boon, which gives us an extra item per swing there. If we happen to roll the right number, the right percentage. And that was at 23%, which is pretty decent. The 14 there. Alright, let's see if that's good enough here. Go back to the guild. See if I happen to pick the right item together. If not, no big deal. Ah, Anne, you couldn't have come at a more opportune time. I have a favor to ask of you. We have just received an urgent request from the Order of the Twin Adder. They ask that we supply them with 10 crow feathers as soon as possible. Well, how about that? Crows often leave behind feathers where they perch, which can be used to make arms and armor. Requests for the items have been coming in with increasing regularity. The situation must be grim indeed. It would not do to keep the defenders of our nation waiting. I would be most glad if you could help us fulfill this order. Crow feathers can be found in abundance in the area south of Gilbert's Spire. Once you've procured 10, promptly deliver them to Cicely. I've given her charge over our stores. Many thanks in advance. Haha, guess what? We can do that right now. You're helping us out again? My thanks, friend. In case you've forgotten, the crow feathers can be found in the area south of Gilbert's Spire. Thank you for that. Alright, we'll have some left over. Ah, the crow feathers. You have my thanks. Doubtless you already know this from Fufucha, but it's the Order of the Twin Adder that requested the feathers. Fufucha, I still can't decide. If I heard it true, they're in the midst of preparing for war against the Ixal. The crow feathers are needed to make arms and armor, feathered harpoons, plumed yew crooks, and the like. It's a fine feeling being able to do our part to aid those men and women who defend our nation. But to need such a large stockpile of feathers, it gives me pause to imagine the bloodshed that lies ahead. Will the Twellswood ever know true peace? Oh, but there I go again with my wistful ramblings. Feel free to ignore me. Now, before I forget, Fufucha asked me to give you something on her behalf. A scythe. The scythe is what we call a secondary tool. Used in your offhand, it allows you to harvest from lush vegetation in addition to the mature trees you already know so well. That Fufucha has seen fit to make you this gift is proof positive of your progress. You're no longer a novice, my friend. I dare say you're ready to try your hand at fieldcraft leaves, perhaps even take on grand company work. But first, I recommend you head into the wood and find some lush vegetation to try that new scythe on. Off you go now, and come back when you're ready to take on another task for the guild. I'm probably ready now. Let's see, got those. So take the money. It levels me up. There we go. Good. Got some 15. We've got Pioneer's Gift. Let's see, that's going to increase the chance of triggering boon by 10%. I'm not going to use that, probably. Alright, and what gear we got? A hatchet, a new tunic, and that choker that we made earlier. Alright, so let's see what Fufucha has here. Haste makes waste. Ah, my dear Anne, you are looking ever more a botanist. I do believe you are ready to take on further responsibilities for the guild. Guilds such as ours exist only by virtue of the cooperation of their members. Each individual must set an example for the rest if the collective is to thrive. The time has come for you to set just such an example. A matter has arisen, the handling of which I would entrust wholly to you. You may deal with it as you see fit, providing you see the problem solved. The matter in question concerns a valued client of ours, the merchant Albgast. It would appear one of our number has done something to upset him. Pray seek out the merchant at the ebony stalls and inquire after the reason for his ire. Oh, and choose your words well, lest you add fuel to the fire. Okay, over at the ebony stalls, that would be the market area for Gridania. Etherite. Fufucha sent you, did she? Good. I'm not a man to mince words, so forgive me if I seem blunt. You know what marjoram is, but of course you do. You're a bleeding botanist. It's a very common ingredient in alchemy, isn't it? Very common. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you botanists supposed to be the experts in harvesting such stuff? Yes, you are. Strange, then, that the expert who brought me my last batch of fresh marjoram didn't so much harvest the poor plants as dismember them. Why, the leaves were so torn up I couldn't recognize what they were at first. Needless to say, they're next to useless. So, thanks to your herb-hacking colleague, I have no marjoram to make my concoctions, which is why I inquired at your guild, only to be told you were out of supplies, and here we are. Now, if it ain't too much trouble, I would be obliged if you could bring me 10 sprigs of fresh marjoram, and I'd please like them whole, as opposed to the fine bleeding puree your bush butchering colleague delivered. Truth be told, I don't much care about your hatchet-happy friend. What I do care about is not keeping my customers waiting for their medicine. In short, hurry! Oh, and for the love of the gods, be gentle with the plants, will you? I shouldn't have to say it, but after the last bloke, I'm not taking any chances. Alright, we gotta get us some marjoram for this guy. Let's see. It's gonna be here somewhere. Wow, there's a lot here. There it is. Yep, over at Bent Branch. Alright, so northeast is just outside the exit here. So let's take the exit. And while I'm at it here, let's sort everything. The Blue Badger Gate. And put on our sneak. Ten sprigs of marjoram. There's a blue right there. And let's see. Let's grab one of the others to get some experience for snagging these. That'll help us on our way. Boom is at 49% chance there. That's nice. Didn't do it for the last one. Still need one more then. And we'll have one left over. Let's grab shards for the rest there. Looks like we don't need any anytime soon. Alright. And let's head back to Albgast. Use one of our tickets. Did you get the marjoram? The herb is said to grow around the matron's leaf, though I hardly need to tell a botanist this. Do hurry, I'm keeping dozens of customers waiting. Here you go. Ah, the marjoram, and such fine specimens! I'm sorry I gave you such a hard time, friend. Thanks to you, I can get back to making echo drops. Do you know of echo drops? They are an alchemical concoction that restores voice to silenced lips, allowing the imbiber to cast spells again. Conjurers and thaumaturges never leave home without a bottle or three. Yeah, reminds me I probably should grab some for my thaumaturge, but I'll make them as alchemist later. But I must say again, these are some of the finest specimens of marjoram I've seen, and they're none the worse for the picking. It's clear you know your way around a plant. As for your colleague with the heavy hand, I'm certain your guild will deal with him appropriately. Thanks again, and send my regards to Fufucha. I got any no-new gear here? Alright, finish this off and then we can continue on with our adventure. That will be all the crafters and gatherers in this area. Ah, there you are. Thank you for a job well done. There's no need to report the details. I have already heard all I need to know. It is my belief that the botanist in question had naught but personal gain in mind when he so hurriedly harvested the marjoram. In his haste to complete the task and claim its reward, he damaged the herbs and rendered them useless. Such greed brings shame on our guild, and I will not tolerate it. The offender's name shall be struck from our roll. As I taught you when you first came to us, a botanist nurtures the natural environment to the mutual benefit of man and wood. He who thinks only of his own benefit has no respect for nature and is unfit to call himself one of us. Of course, you hardly need reminding of this. Something tells me you shall never give me cause to worry. But let us speak of cheerier matters. Tell me, did gathering the marjoram pose you any trouble? If you ever find your work unduly onerous, you might consider outfitting yourself with better gear. Even something as seemingly insignificant as a new pair of boots can make a world of difference. As you gain in knowledge and experience, you will find yourself venturing farther afield in search of new bounty, and your choice of equipment will become ever more critical. Go now, Anne, and keep up your efforts. I look forward to seeing you continue to grow as a botanist. And it tells us about how it can boost our gathering and perception, which are the stats we need. We have that one. We could use the pants. We've got something for that and that, I believe. So let's grab the pants. That'll boost our stats a little more too. Alright, we got a new scythe, some new pants. Let's see if Fisher can probably use those as well. Yep. Alright, so we are ready to move on. Speak with Momodi at the quicksand in Ul'dah. Well, that is our free teleport, so we will just pop on over there. And of course, we've got a new thaumaturge quest we can do, but it's safe to say we can just leave that for later, since we are so over-leveled. Alright, let's get to the Adventurers Guild here. Welcome to the quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now. If you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Oh, it's you, Anne! And there I was, spouting the same tired line. Miyun sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? Into a copper hell, level 17. The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. God's almighty, another second under that sun and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you would be so kind. Excellent timing, Papa Shan. It just so happens the adventurer who will be handling your petition is here. Oh, why, if it isn't my good friend Anne. It does my spirit well to know that you are the one who will be helping us. Mayhap you'd like to apprise Anne of her mission. Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amagina & Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the clan known as the Hecatoncheires, fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, my lady. The people of that age used the Hecatoncheires to work their mines. By way of enchanted helms, they were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But as is oft the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Hecatoncheires, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell Mines, Copperbell and the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rise in demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. Okay. Gods bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you don't know, Copperbell Mines are in western Thanalan. Do take care, you hear? Ah, and one last thing before you depart. An employee of Amagina & Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell Mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. All right. I'm all for seeking counsel if we need to. There he is. Looking for Painted Mesa? You found him. So you're the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? You've got guts, miss. I just hope you've got skills to go with them, 'cause things ain't pretty down there. The Hecatoncheires have left the place in a right state, and nary a week after mine resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second Ool dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain's worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong! Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for want of aught to build with. The stone torches are keeping watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nation's resting on you, friend. Best of luck! Alright, so let's go over there to the Copperbell mines. That's pretty close to horizon. Yeah, we won't be lazy. We'll just pour it. I mean, we will be lazy. We'll just pour it over there. Oh, did I use up all my... Oh no, I've got tickets. I've got plenty of tickets. So we can take advantage of those for now. And run on over here. There's been an incident inside Copperbell Mines. We are here to ensure that its effects are contained, but for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurer who's volunteered to quell the Hecatoncheires? I didn't think that Papashan would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready as best you can, and enter at will. There we go. Alright. And let's fire up our duty support here so we don't wait around for a queue. And Thaumaturge again to assist us. Alright. Tiny key. Alright. Yes, we do want to open the door. All aboard. Well, okay. You will just magically appear with me, won't you? Yep. That's got me capped at level 20. We can map this. Ooh. There's one of those hecaton shares. taking time out of your day or evening to view. I'm currently broadcasting on Twitch, Trovo, YouTube, Facebook, DLive. And I'd like to recommend you go visit our website for updated schedules at www.zenlifeenterprises.com. Some fire sand here. Got that. Let's see if I think we may have missed something. Yeah, I ran past something that I needed there. At least I guess I did. No, it must be in here somewhere. There it is. I thought I looked there earlier. I didn't see it. It looked blank to me. Or my eyes, anyways. I need to check my eyes. There we go. Now we can get that. Alright, in our first boss battle. Yeah, they have changed these boss battles since they added the duty support. Tiny key. And what kind of gear? Yep, already got those from one of the other dungeons. First boss fight out of the way for this one. Okay, so we got to collect some more powder. And sorry about that. Remember to pick up that fire sand after this is done. Treasure coffer, anything? Nope. Already got one of those too. So I guess we've gotten most of the normal things that you collect out of these first 3 dungeons. Alright. Put the fire sand in there. Let's blast that wall out of the way. More fire sand. And our second boss battle. Yeah, they've changed this one around too, since from what it used to be like. So let's just experience it and enjoy. Just about got him. Hey, there's something new. Anything we can wear? Oh, we got a hat we could use. Well, shoot. Yeah, we might as well wear that. Did not realize I grabbed that. That may have been from at the end of the last dungeon, and I didn't notice it, maybe. Alright, let's see. Got our 2 pinches of fire sand. Can blow this bad boy. Gotta get over that way somewhere. Just joining us, we're almost 3 hours into this particular stream. This is our second dungeon for today. We're going through the main story, not skipping. We're just taking it leisurely. We're also leveling up crafters and gatherers as we move the story along to try to keep them about pace with where we're at in the story. If you've got any comments or suggestions, anything you'd like to say, just go ahead and drop it down in the chat. Be happy to address it if needed. Hecaton, sure. That's what we got last time. Slave free. Another angry monster. Masters must pay. Masters must die. Never again. Never. Yep. Yeah, you'll probably notice this fight has definitely changed from the original also, since they added duty support. Break for the win. All right. Thundered short bow. All right, now we got to report to Painted Mesa. Back here in Ulda, use a free teleport. Another glowing event point. Here we go. Level 21. Well, we're well over level 21. So we'll get capped at 21, it looks like. The Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Ulda will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papashan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. No. Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Please, sir. I didn't steal nothing. I bought this. Paid for it with me own coin. What rot. You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the Brass Blades, you know. Help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness. Please, adventurer, help me, I beg of ye. I swear on me mother's grave, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I'd saved. I only wanted to treat me children to a decent meal. And who the hells are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this mummer's farce. You lot, teach them a lesson. I don't think so. Could do it to you. Even for a big guy like you. Alright. I'll take you guys out here. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hells do you think you're going? Thank ye, kind adventurer. Thank ye thrice over. I'd swear there were more refugees than when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in the other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I would be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff? It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins, get your dodo tenderloins, guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think that Ul'dah was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity, and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. Madam? Are ye all right? What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? I will overlook this, but just this once. And I'll run away now. God bless ye, adventurer. If ye hadn't come along when ye did, who knows what that monster might have done. It don't bear thinking about. All's well that ends well. Aha! We meet again. Pray do not mistake my intent, for it is always honorable, but I have been watching you ever since you departed Ul'dah. You played the part of envoy to perfection, confident as a woman on a diplomatic mission should be, yet unfailingly courteous to your betters, and when your travels led you into the midst of danger, you faced it without so much as a flinch. You, my lady, are quite a marvel, and I confess to being quite taken with you. Ah, but my lavish praise continues. Most of all, I was struck by your readiness to aid those in need, even when words were all the reward you could expect to receive. Such selflessness is a rare thing in this day and age. All of which leads me to conclude that you are indeed the one whom I have been looking for, an adventurer possessed of a very rare set of qualities. To be sure, your rescue of that damsel in distress was more of a happy accident, but rescue her you did, and that is what matters in the end. I feel I should mention at this point that I also harbor a burning interest in a certain talent of yours. I speak of your visions. You have been experiencing visions, have you not? Well, it just so happens that I know a woman who shares your talent and can help you to understand it. She and I belong to the same organization, and we should both be delighted beyond words if you would agree to join our cause. Naturally, there are benefits to being part of such a collective. For one, we should be glad to assist you in realizing your potential as an adventurer. You need not give me your answer now. Think upon it, and if you feel moved to help us, as I pray you shall, speak with Momodi, the ever-lovely and youthful mistress of the quicksand. Tell her, the scions of the seventh dawn have found their woman, and she will tell you where to find us. Alright, well that sounds good. We've gotten our prestige increased a bit here, it looks like. Scenes like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be all right. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the women folk from time to time. Ah, Anne, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh-off-the-carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you'd been hard at it with giants in the dark. I never doubted for a moment that you'd succeed, of course, and neither did Papashan, which ain't to say he won't be overjoyed. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Ah, Ida, okay. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Ida. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when... I'm sorry. We were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Aver, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded, had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the woman you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I am inspired, just as Aver once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. Why, my name is An Adventurer. An adventurer, I shan't forget. Thank you, An Adventurer. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. Adventuring can be a cruel bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Anne. Eh? What did you say? You want to know about the scions of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest then. Listen, Anne, the scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. All right. So we're getting ready to get involved with something else. So I think we will end the stream here today. We'll pick back up on Thursday with our next part of the journey.